This is a very good test for them to actually sort of show off the goods. They looked super solid yesterday, and if you go against guys like Slasher and now Vivid as an AR player, obviously Slasher has earned his praise. He's been very consistent and quite electric this year. It's a great sort of match to go head-to-head against. And Hacienda, at least for Hardpoint, super clean for the old AR players as well. Very structured. You have to be strong on the map, and you get to see the goods as Gwyn. I mean, nobody's even chowing them out of rock, but that is just a beautiful kill feed. I love the Carolina blue. I can't get over it.
It's a strong blue. It looks good in rank play. Joe. Shout out Gwyn for the nice 2 kills to start things off. Krem right back at it, but again, the comms are fantastic right now. Oh, Vivid, this is a lovely pickup. That's 2. That's going to give you a ton of space to work with upstairs. In the meantime, you got TJ down in the hard point. Doing what you can to stay alive, but this is very, very good time on P1.
I mean, he's eating up all that whole time. That's actually fantastic. And you do have Kremp that has taken just the fullest of full routes to get around. So Carolina has let a player get through, but it's only him. And now that you have Vivid and TJ dying in the feed, this is a really test of Carolina. How quickly can they pick up on this sort of moment? Slasher hasn't even turned his head, but you have to be aware. And if you weren't before, you certainly are now. Kremp showing up in the feed. Slasher doing everything he can to hold down the back line.
Cut the losses. Like, I think the 2 got through. I'm just going to make sure no one else gets in. And now try to maintain control. Sib says no thank you. Takes it back. C9 New York in a great spot here to take a lot of this time.
Yeah, that's a monstrous as well, because you had TJ again, just the super soaker on the first hill. So as far as P1 goes, that's fantastic. A chain there could have been devastating, but C9 fight right back, get back to the hill just a touch, but all the trades rolling through. It is a nightmare situation to have to flood through the front. You want to go through Zig, and you get through eventually, but you run into attach. Shout out from Mac for the big 3 piece.
Yeah, Mac with a 3, nearly the full 4. That would have been something, folks. Well, lead change. Happy to be here for C9, as they are coming out hot here after P1. The rotation over to 3, though, not an ideal spot to be in. Vines, a deadly corridor to push through. Kremp with the top control, though. He might be able to cause a couple of issues here, waiting for the reinforcements. But a nice spread here from the Ravens. And now, slowly but surely, picked apart. Gwyn's got to win a couple here. And he does just that. Unbelievable. That's the hard point of the Ravens.
I mean, this is looking like it's shaping up to be just stronghold after stronghold. I don't know exactly if Carolina read the back spawns, though. Vivid not quite blocking off the respawn, so 2 players from C9 end up in the back, and it pays off. Kremp soars in from the top ropes. Carolina a little bit chaotic, a little bit scattered, and, well, they lose the spawns and they lose out on the time. Kremp's opportunity to fry.
Not done. Vivid, nice work there too. In the feed with the aims up close and personal, and now we're looking at lead change once again through the plat. Mac hitting his way through you. Opportunity now for a break. It's a little late one, and it's not been terribly successful. We're in finally. 10 seconds to go, though. You would have looked for a lot more there for C9 New York, but hey, better late than never. Now the rotation over to Rock. Ravens once again a step ahead.
And I'm digging this so far. I feel like you have enough like old school COD players in the lobby that you can like really identify the plays and the hits. And Carolina gonna have to do this one a man down and make it to 2 players trying to hold the line. It's both the SMGs and they are successful. And I say 2 of them. Gwyn basically does it by himself. TJ basically just the bait in that moment, but that is the 2 SMG players absolutely heating up. But that's all just for attached to call in the cruise.
Not bad for a man with only 6 kills to his name. The importance of playing the objective, friends. Kremp's in a lot of trouble here despite the cruise. Can he win a couple more? Oh dear, that's a big one. A sad teammate though, unfortunately ends that run. Slasher finds 2. The hard point's still the Ravens.
As Comedy as well, Sib over the years from a bunch of different teammates has built up a reputation of being a team nader, so he delivers to give credence to those allegations in that moment in Carolina. Certainly happy for it off the back of Gwyn. 11 kills through the first section. Maybe not the most impressive in the world. Granted, is leading the lobby, but on P4, he set himself apart. Now back towards P1, Mac. I mean, he's trapped in between a ton of different players, and I was about to say nearly comes out alive, but Carolina get him out of the time.
Another wonderful back and forth after the first set of hard points is in the books, and with a slight lead now for the Ravens. Their P1 last time around was very successful. Teased the man in the hill. This time around it's Slasher, picked out there by Sib, finds his 7th kill of the map. Not a hugely productive map for anyone when it comes to the kills department. We're already looking towards P2. Sib, this right-hand side of the map, he wants to make it his, but the boys do find the time.
Got his team the spawns, but now you want to at least get the P1 time because Carolina overall, I mean, they've gotten a substantial chunk on this hill, and it looks like that's actually going to continue. So got to be a little bit careful giving away time on a hill like this, and you end up losing the spawns as well. So a lot of emphasis from Cloud9 to try to get the right side of the map. They trade away some time to attempt to make it happen, and unsuccessful. And how about this setup? Look at the bottom side of the minimap right now. You got Krem jumping off the map, jumps over TJ's head, and TJ picks it up. You got the front covered by Vivid, and now you just got to pick up that sort of water route being taken, or you just lose the spawns. That is a ridiculous looking minimap for the P2. It looks like C9 will come out on top.
Teach, what a move! C9 come out on top for a fraction of a second. Max alone on the point now. The water route pays off, but TJ wins an unwinnable. And now your boys have got an opportunity to get in there. A lot of madness on the inside of the point. That is 2 now. 3 down now for C9. Last man gone. Ravens, what a moment.
Yeah, dude, what a chaotic one as well. Shout out to Teach for going on a 4 spree. Wonderful job of playing his life. Long-time veteran of the scene and just setting his team up long-term. And now Sib, actually, he's going to be spawning out in depths. Kremp spawns out as well, but I don't know if Carolina necessarily have the numbers. It's Slasher by himself doing what he can, but right now what he can is everything. 15 and 8. He continues to thrive.
We talked about the vets. We've talked about the young'uns. Let's hear how they sound. A little quick listen in with the Carolina Royal Ravens.
Time, Dante.
Elvis laying down. Dead. Nice. I spawned
Well,
back in.
nice.
I spawned back. Yo, back in. Let's go.
20 in the back, 20 in the back or secret.
Here. If you spawn secret, one spawn secret.
Alright,
Get Tom. They can spawn in the back now. Though. Wait, office.
Yo, can you spot like you and shit? I have front wall.
They all spawn that side. Nothing in the back of me. There's one in the back. Late as fuck. Sib's in the back office.
Alright, got here. I have all front.
You went towards 10. Look towards 10. Top out of me. Dead. I have a streak.
I have all front.
Sib is me 10. I can help you front.
It could be front though. Yeah, top third.
10 on me.
10 back.
Top third.
One time, bro.
Top third.
One time, one dead.
I have your dark.
Nice, one deep.
Top
Top third. One shot. Leave bullet.
One shot, Mac.
Dark
One bullet. 10 in dark. 10 dead. I spawned back.
Dark. He hopped out.
There's two ult. Attaching
They're both on ult. They're bumping through front.
There's no one ult. I threw a nade over on that ult.
You guys take care of time. I'm swimming on
I
both.
have a streak, guys.
Okay, I'm swimming on both. So
We have a streak. Okay.
You streak here?
Yoki can.
I spawned well.
I can hop up lane.
Mid on me, one shot, hop up.
I'm a streak. I'm sitting in the corner like low bar.
Graham's gonna be top mid, probably gonna go office 23. I spawn P2 side.
Pitch me on the office. Listen, on time. P2. Attach his office. Push P2 and mid. Go to open
I
side
don't see
mid.
P2. Where's the P2?
Like, in the corner. By the Lambo.
That guy's dead.
Nice, I came
Top
to you.
office, going mid.
Give me time.
I spent out of time. I need out of time again. I'm about to just fighting contest our lane.
Me. Close mid.
Close to. Our side out dead.
Nice.
Our side out dead.
Outer. I'm
Let's get high mid. What's going on?
Mid.
Mid for us.
Two on. Nice.
I spawned with
Get
secret.
mid.
I'm getting on mid too.
Just one boat us.
One might be P2. I
Should flash. What you should flash.
Yeah, I mean, need help? I'm laying down looking at their side out. He's not challenged. There's contesting dude. I got naded. They're gonna shot now. Back dead. Mid weak. Mid in their side out. There's another side shot on you.
One shot dead.
Nice.
Just fine. Lambo thing.
Yeah, there's one Lambo.
You can leave me.
Off
You can leave me.
I'm gonna try to cut you quick.
Top mid on me dead.
Lambo,
No, I didn't go
Dylan. Then we'll deal and bullet.
Yeah, Tom. Yo,
Lovely calm comms, great map awareness, and some magical sports shots.
Yeah, that was like a practice how you play kind of vibe, like not super stressed out. I imagine they sound very similar in scrims as well. So honestly, good looks the whole way around. And TJ, pretty comfortable, 24 and 14 with a minute and 37 seconds in the hill so far. Hasn't slowed down in P1, honestly, where Carolina has truly set themselves apart. They continue to collect on what is typically a very scrappy hill.
Vivid, speaking of scrappy, he's getting it done with every weapon he could possibly find on the ground in any situation you want him to. Over 200 points now for the Ravens. C9 New York are starting off round 2 here in Minor 1 on the back foot. Man, this is one hell of a whooping so far. Litigo finds 3 in a row straight into the time. Rotation down. His boys are over towards the new hardpoint. And they've got a bit of a fight because here comes C9. One on the water route, 3 through the street. Here we go.
Yeah, and this is the whole team of C9 converging. They're trying to do this quick jump all over the time. Got to make sure you trade those players out. Vivid gonna fall. And 2 players in the back spawn. C9 looking like a desperation effort to hold on, and they are successful. They win every single gunfight. Vivid should get cleaned up in the back. He ended up reading that pressure, but too little too late. C9, the opportunity to get back in the game is right here.
Gotta hold it. Now through the front, Kremp from Checkers gets himself one. Slasher and Vivid up next. Can he get another? Kremp can. Beautiful shots. The third man up's gonna wait for the pinch. Kremp with 3 now from this position. TJ the man to bring him down, and we're going forward, but it's into the guns of Sid. And by the end of this hard point, it's gonna be the lead to C9.
Yeah, it's such a heads-up moment. Those 4 players swarming on this time. The water out perfect as well, and all the trades as good as it gets. And on that rotation new, Carolina, it is basically just a stop at the 50-yard line to attempt to not let any players through. And it looks like mostly successful. Kremp and Mac working the top hallway. Slasher's got one side pushed out his boys in time, but they're not going to have these spawns. C9, they can break this hill.
Yeah, there's gonna be 2 minutes to the top hit. Sib's up next. Good moves there. Nice coverage from TJ. Now to the hard point. TJ gives you 2. Somehow the bailout plays are there nearly every single time. Perfect awareness now from Slasher. The nades are over to the spawners. Here comes another. Catch. Enjoy that. Gwinder Platt. Can he slow these players down? TJ on spawn as well. So it's the subs on the back line. The ARs to the front. Oh, what a win. Over to Vivid. Stay alive in the point. Big contest. Can't get any more out of it. C9 break.
Yo, Kremp is massive for that. Now you're going to have to sort of re-break. You get a little bit of time to set this up, and TJ thinking about the cuts, thinking about the spawners, thinking about the time, or maybe attach outer. Can't get them. Sid for 2, Kremp for 1, C9 still in the time.
This could be game. Oh my word, it's going to be close. It might be a single tick. Here we go. Trying to get inside. Just a contest is going to help. Mac can attach, find the kills. Oh, Kremp with the last one as well. Game. C9 New York.
And how about those plays in the final moments? A perfectly approached P2 in that rotation. So clean. Kremp had a very long life in through the hallway, looking for the kills, making sure he doesn't get cut off. And when he was by his lonesome top plat, it just took Carolina too long to hunt him down. And he got one before he fell as well. That is a beautifully orchestrated final 2 hills there for C9, and all things considered, a very solid map of Call of Duty between both of these teams.
Absolute banger to start this matchup. And again, -1, folks. Losers go home. New York Cloud9. What an opener. You needed it bad, and you got it despite the efforts. TJ had one hell of a map. He and Slasher with the 3K damage, but it's attached. Look at that. Non-traded 20 of them. Huge hard point time across the board. Glorious work there out of C9, and they really needed the last few moments chance. Again, the break on P2 was outrageous. Managing to pull the lead back, getting every single second of it. Might have seen a snake there by back Lambo. I may be mistaken, but regardless, here's highlights, the final few moments of this game. What a match.
And it's just Kremp staying alive again. When we started this clip, his teammates were nowhere to be found, but he's a distraction. Guns Gwyn in that moment, but that was 2 separate Carolina players that were basically just dealing with him, and he plays his life so well that the rest of his team just had the man advantage on the approach. And of course, after that, I mean, clean plays, Civ cleaning up some kills, the comms one for C9, but you just bully him back. And these are the dire situations too, and you have to do the math of, no, they get the extra tick, we can't afford to rotate, we have to flood in. And I mean, it just turns into a firing squad trying to flood in these tiny little lanes. C9 so efficient. Credit to Kremp, credit to everybody. That was a fun map.
It was a really fun map, and again, GG's there. Look how tight this one was. Wow, what a fantastic game of Hacienda. A very welcome addition here to the map pool in Black Ops 6. Cloud9 shake off the rust, the ping rust that plagued them at the start of the year. And now they're looking fine. Well, okay, well, Search and Destroy's on its way in a moment. And again, a tough tool, real tough tool ask against a team like the Ravens. Hacienda, though, will still be at Vault Skyline. And we go back to Vault for that game 5. Skyline is going to be a lot of fun. Not too many of those so far here at -1. But for the Hacienda Search and Destroy chance, based on what we've seen as well, I just feel like everyone knows exactly what they're doing. I mean, Tej, of course, he won a chip back in Black Ops 4 with Optic. I mean, Slash has been there plenty of times. I'm excited to see how this one plays out, because I feel like it's a strong lobby, very, very strong veteran players. Teaching those young guns. I mean, we brought this up a moment ago. It's the vets making the big rotation like calls. They might be there first, but it was the young submachine gun players finding all the kills in those moments. So I feel like we're in a perfect on paper situation here for a very good game of Search.
For sure. And it's a very dynamic map as well, right? It's not sort of the stagnant. There's any type of default push. You really do get options. Different teams are going to favor it. Different bomb sites as well. Plenty of mid-round adjustments being made. The number of sort of 1v2, 2v2 situations where you're just circling the map, waiting for that info to just sort of drop your way. A ton of options you have. So going to be interesting to see how dynamic they are actually going to get, because obviously two very creative teams we have.
Indeed. Well, back to your seats, boys and girls. It's time to party. He's coming out hot in the series already. We know he's a powerhouse when it comes to search and destroy as well, so eyes on him for the Ravens. For C9, Max the man. Right now, he's the player I'm keeping a firm eye on. He was so instrumental in yesterday's play. Search and destroy being a sort of, I think maybe my favorite game mode in this game so far. Thoroughly enjoying this one, but yeah, Max going to be the man I want to watch here for C9 New York. On the other side of the board chance, TJ, again, can't talk enough about how he really is a search and destroy demon. I mean, top right, he may be out of focus, but he's purely in focus in game. Tej is an absolute factor for the Ravens in S&D.
And there's not even an issue with his camera. He's just naturally a blurry person. So tough to kill and identify. 1.32 KD is obviously super solid, but the 0.88 kills per round as well. That means he is getting active. He is very involved, and the man is shooting his gun. So he's there for the first bloods. He's there for the objectives, and TJ obviously has clutch capability as well. And I think he's kind of leveled up his game a little bit over the years, right? He's sort of like took a while to mature into his zone. Like once the new generation of players came in, he had to take the back seat for just a bit, but he seems to be right back in that top form. And as you mentioned, he's won chips in Black Ops 4, World War II. He's won in multiple titles, so an extremely capable player. And so far this year, he has looked great. But I will say, while Carolina's S&D has been solid and TJ's stats especially look good, Vivid is currently sitting as the bottom S&D KD in the league. And this is acceptable when you're getting wins, but unacceptable if the losses start to roll. So 3-2 record overall is solid, but 12th in conversion. And a big part of that is Vivid. He has struggled so far. Looking for him on the map to get at least a bit more active, and I know for him, he's switching up the roles. The style he used to play is radically different than what he has been slotted into this year. So it is an expected adjustment period, but I mean, it's January and it's the CDL. You got to adjust quickly to survive.
Yeah, and if anyone is looking for a suitable shark pet, the epaulet shark, short-tailed nurse shark, coral cat shark, the white-spotted bamboo shark, if you've got the space, these are all perfect candidates. Here we go over towards the A-bomb site with the bomb. Attached was the man with it, but Sib, oh dear, takes care of TJ off the rip.
And it's Sib with a jackal down low, so I would not expect that either. Back outer fences, how good's your on? He moved it to dodge all the wall bangs. Well, good enough to survive so far, and Kremp gets a kill off of it. It's looking like SMGs are going to be the bread and butter here as Vivid, his luck continues to not be here in S&D.
Slasher brought down as well. C9, strong start, strong finish. And Kremp, as soon as he got that nade out, the shoulder shimmy was there. He had one hell of a round. Yeah, Sib, surprise, boys. He's got himself a sub, and he's down low off the rip.
That's what I'm saying. It's an incredibly dynamic map. Like, I think even the defensive setup we just saw from Carolina, 4 players squaring up around the hallways just to get TJ through, but it is an AR player responsible for the flank, and he says he doesn't want to be distant, wants to be able to get involved, and that is the value of sort of a true flex player. Sib showing off the goods.
Round 2. 2 players there through garage. We can see those hit the B-bomb site in a moment, but that's not where the bomb is going. That's going to be Gwyn, potentially down low as well. Heavy presence towards A for C9.
TJ being cheeky to get that information. Slasher really enjoys a good swim. I mean, he was taking swim routes in Hardpoint, taking one at S&D. Gwyn gets a first blood from the same location as the round before, so flanks or potential flanks getting shut down. And I feel like this setup is just a guarantee. Slasher's not going to get red. Granted, Sib has effectively gotten through, but
this is going to hurt.
Unless he pulls off something crazy, Carolina should be good.
Well, here it comes. He's planted and he's held it, waiting. perfectly for the boys to make their way through mid now. You know, got damage on at least one. Here comes Krem, exactly where you want him. On the pinch, no, red by Tej. That's a massive win, and that should be the round. Attach 1v4, 1v3. See how it goes. 25 on the clock.
Yeah, good luck with those gunfights. This is going to be an interesting moment to test sort of the S&D prowess of C9 in a sense, because they're going to be asking the question, how did Slasher get behind us? And I don't know if they're going to be able to figure out that he just swam the entire way and went through the boathouse and did not open a single door. But if they can't figure it out, then that question might cause future problems on their defensive rounds. But either way, that is back-to-back offensive wins. Carolina happy for the response. And if C9 leaned over towards that A site in round one, will that be their old faithful, or they want to mix things up? Well, they're getting mixy. Bomb leaning towards the B site, but very much a stack to play for picks.
You know how aggressive Mac is, he might run into a whole load of trouble. The jump check as he flies by that window doesn't see anyone towards the bomb site, so he might be giving it up. Might have just about seen Slasher there, if not for the red dot now. B-bomb gearing up for the plant trophy in position now. Gwyn, if he times this well, he might be able to catch something, but I think that was a shoulder from attach. Oh, look at that angle from Gwyn. Not able to spot anything out or actually stop the plant, and that trophy's certainly going to help. He's going to need more than just a Semtex now, and needs the boys to show up as well. 35 to go.
And how about this mini-map? You got number 6 Mac flanking, same as TJ working it, but Kremp is heads up on the flank, just as is Vivid. And because Mac's the first one to fall, everyone on C9 gets active, and that just is going to feed TJ an absolutely free kill. The only problem is going to be the time, though. 18 seconds. C9 can clutch this.
Can they clutch it? No, they're all done. There's the defuse. Tej is the man on it, and it was a long and awkward run, though, to catch those players out. But in the straight 4v4, Ravens are up. That's a big round.
Yeah, my bet on that one. I was trying to set you up for potential insanity, but yeah, all things considered, as soon as TJ spots out that player, should be a free round win, even with the game clock being at 20. So you never know what can happen, but all I know is Carolina had a perfect round one on the attack, get the first blood, get everybody in position. And in a way that could potentially be mysterious. And how does C9 respond on the defensive end? Maybe an isolated player and attach over towards this A site on defense, but that nade might be a tell. Getting some information on TJ, and Mac maybe starting to shift over just a touch, as Kremp this time is going to be the swimmer.
Hasn't pulled too many players there from C9 across towards the A-bomb site. Kremp's on the rock in a moment. He'll be into the play soon. But that's a big one from attach. Wow, what an angle. Slasher eviscerated, and now Sib should be able to challenge for free. The smoke, it clears, and TJ down and out. 2 men down for the Ravens, and the bomb out by the site.
That's a hope and prayer bomb plan, I'd say. Sib shot on point. It helps when you blink once every 25 seconds. You're not going to miss too much if you never take your eye off the ball.
Truly, though, a great round there from the ARs from C9. Attach's first kill was ridiculous, and then the 2 there from Sib certainly helped. Krem's final kill here, nice job. Going in an impossible situation, no way he's making anything happen there, so great work, C9.
And just for the fact that Kremp took the old water route as well, maybe they did sniff out how Slasher broke through the setup in the previous round. So making the necessary adjustments, and even though it was Attach's side of the map that he kept under lock and key, happy for it either way. So we traded offensive rounds, we traded defensive rounds. Now you're just looking for separation. And once again, Carolina loving the middle of the map, trying to pierce it through. How many trades can he get? Because Gwyn, more or less isolated at 1 HP. But he gets out with his life, still causing chaos.
There's the final bullet he needed, and here we go. 2v1. And Sib is not in a terrible position to potentially cause a problem here. He is behind these players. I don't think he saw them, though. He saw that. And Sib is not going for the bomb. Bomb is on the far side of the map by A. He's hoping for the big lap, trying to catch a player out here. Round and around we go on Hacienda. It was the same during the BO4 year. It's the same now. 30 to go.
Yeah, and unfortunate for Sib, he has just lost all intel. No vibe or feel for where these players are going to be coming from. A prayer for a pick, but with this amount of time on the clock,
wow.
well, he's going to be able to get the bomb down. We'll see what he can cook up.
He's getting it. I feel like, yeah. Okay, cook that, son. We're eating out tonight. Slasher and Gwyn, an easy retake, an easy defuse, and a lead now for the Carolina Royal Ravens. Chance, I feel like when you're running around in circles like that in a weird way, if you haven't seen anything in sort of 3 or 4 seconds, you've gone from one corridor to another, you've gone from one point of interest to another, I feel like it's time to stop and turn around and try to catch them sprinting. Surely at some point, you got to try to break the wheel, literally.
Yeah, you really do just get uncomfortable with that amount. Like you're sort of hoping for the timing to go your way or something to sort of fall into your lap, but not an easy situation at all. Carolina happy for the defensive round win, and they've just enjoyed dominating the middle of the map on defense. If you watch Black Ops 4 on Hacienda S&D, you know the middle of the map. Shout out Kismet. You can make it a very powerful tool, and these angles continue to be a nuisance. Vivid though for the first blood. Couple trades rolling through, and TJ just always by that bomb.
Always by that bomb. Jumps off the bomb. Oh dear. Civ now through the middle of the map. He's got himself into the power position. Slasher wins it.
Nice.
All down to attach. Mr. Clutch versus Slasher and Tej. What year is it?
That timing is crazy.
Like having a B we think about. Again, this time around the Ravens aren't doing the laps. They have posted up. I think he may have been spotted out. There it is. Slasher, the eagle eye. And the angle. Ravens find 2 in a row.
And how much are we digging deep for this minor tournament? We're looking through angles, through like the gates, the fences, over towards the B side by rock. We're staring through cracks on there. I'm over here learning more than I was expecting to on this map alone. These guys going crazy, but Carolina have found their separation, and credit to Slasher as well, finding pick after pick. Great reads and just a shifting focus amongst the players on Carolina, but they're going to be back on defense. They have dominated the middle of the map, and we'll see if that continues or they want to mix things up. They're more prepared for a B hit. I think C9 was ready to square up over by mid. You're dealing with Slasher. You're dealing with the trades. How do they roll through? A 2v2. TJ and Gwyn looking to take care of business.
Perfectly balanced. Like it has been in many of these rounds. That's a problem. That's
an
a
ace.
big problem. A little smirk tells the story, and a chuckle as well. Ravens 3 in a row. Disgusting.
And the way I see it, if TJ's happy, the world should be happy. Smile on his face and an ace collected, and a fast one at that. That's all 4 kills and maybe a 15-second span. Efficient work on Hacienda. As you pointed out, he earned a chip on this game. He is familiar with the lay of the land.
He was also blessed the fact that like Bruce had the broken Tempest, but you know, the player's hitbox was what 3 times the size it should have been. Zoom zoom, here we go. Where are we going with this one, Tej? Our kid playing with his toys through the halls of his ridiculous home. See you later, mate. No toys until you finish your plate. Win now, and this is a great spot to be in again. Isolate that entire hallway. Don't let anyone make their way through the top side. You got the opening pick, and now it's just waiting for someone on C9 to make a mistake before you commit to a bomb site.
Yeah, the one downside of calling in the RC car is you don't exactly get a ton of map space, but it helps deliver the first blood.
Hello. Hello.
More angles being played with, and now you're sending just an absolute prayer of a nade, and now you're taking a swim. Dive into those waters and dive into map 3. We're going in all tied up, attached for a 1v4. Might be one of the most clutch players of all time, but nothing you can do there. Dominance from the Royal Ravens. Hacienda, their playground.
When the RC car came out, I was like, well, that is disrespectful. It sure was, folks. Ravens run it on Search and Destroy. 1-1 in the series. Could just as well have been 2-0. But Hacienda equally shared its love to both of our blue teams here in round 2. -1. Oh, man. What crazy, crazy tournament this has been so far. Ball control on its way now, Chance, and yeah, between the Ravens and C9, we're in for a long one.
Hey, the ball control as well might be the literal difference maker in this series. Hopefully that player Civ did not leave the game before we got the stats. Hopefully that was some type of bug, and honestly didn't even notice. Mac dropped a donut, add to the 2 in a day.
Right.
Is kind of nuts.
We were just gassing Tej. We were gassing all the, the 5 spree, we were gassing the non-traders, gassing the plays in general. But yeah, Mac, every time we saw Mac's POV as well, it never looked like he was in trouble. He was getting a lot of damage down there, but at the end, tough one. Krem, it may be the number of the beast, but not such a beast there in the kills department either. But yeah, C9 happy to take map 1, map 2. Damn, son, it was not pretty. They have to close out the next 2. Because I'm not sure, again, what that Vault S&D is going to look like for C9. I feel like the Ravens are a little too hot when it comes to search and destroy, especially, again, a squad like this who seems to trust each other so well. They look so confident, especially after the first few weeks of play. They're a very, very solid squad. Enough of me and Chance. It's over the desk.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Once again, we got another tight series. And could I ask, who is the most fun player to watch from Carolina in search in particular?
TJ. Has to be TJ. The routes that he's hitting, what do you mean? He is their guy for S&D.
The routes he's hitting, man. Slasher's hitting some routes. We're going to go over one here in a bit, but I'm going to just go with Slasher once again. Kid keeps
I thought you two could battle about it over some highlights. Let's take a look at who's been providing the footage. TJ, he gave us at least 15 seconds during that ace.
I mean, at least. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked with the way this series is going. With both Haciendas and not seeing either of these teams kind of spawn in, and the way Carolina's been playing respawn, the fact that it went opposite. Carolina Royal Ravens are going to fall that respawn. We're going to head into the search and destroy, and it just felt like they weren't as confident on the side of Cloud9. It didn't feel like they were on the same page.
Allie, last time we saw Cloud9 playing, it was Kremp. 5 first bloods in search and destroy. Does he have to do that every time in search, or is the team able to pick it up later in the series?
No, the team's able to pick it up. What's weird about this is it's usually like Kremp and TJ when we watch on the side Carolina Royal Ravens for search and destroy, but Vivid also can show up when he needs to play, and I feel like we saw that.
I mean, so far on Hacienda, we've just seen straight up bang outs and search and destroy. This one, at times you play very aggressive.
Yeah.
Listen, Carolina was in total control throughout this map. They know exactly how they want to play search and destroy. They're able to change the pace round to round, and that's just a testament to the amount of work that they put in over the break, right? So if they're going to be that good in search and destroy, they're going to be very tough to take down any of these squads.
Carolina takes game 2, but it's Cloud9. With the first win in our best of 5, we're knotted up. We'll see at least another hard point. Will we see a game 5, Allie?
I already called that we were going to get all 4 game 5s today, so I'm sorry, guys. We're definitely going to a game 5.
It's time, though, to draw some conclusions. Nameless, what do you have for us this time around?
Yeah, we don't do too much search and destroy, so let's get into one. We saw a really good strategy here, a great round out of the Carolina Royal Ravens, and shout out Ben Nassim. Listen, teams are trying. We're seeing stuff that we haven't seen before just yet. So this is an offensive round, and what you're going to see here, this is Slasher number 1, right? He's taking a super long route around just to where you can get information here, but what Carolina's trying to do is they're trying to slow down the game. So we're going to jump back into the mini-map, and I'm going to show you Gwyn and why he's positioned right here with the bomb. So he's going to find this kill. This is the first blood of the round. He pushes him out, gets that kill, okay? So let's go back into the mini-map. So he has a teammate here watching the wide pinch all the way around. He's watching bottom mid, and then he's going to wrap back and check the other angle where you can get into bottom mid, okay? So they're giving up all the hallways, right? But the reason they're doing this is because they're in total control. They know that nobody can get to their base because after they clear out down low, which what I just talked about, these 2 players can wrap back and clear the lobby. They can also hear the top door if anybody opened it. So they know nobody's going to be behind enemy lines, and number 2 can come through and pick this cut up as well. And by the time the misdirection all happens, Slasher is going to be all the way your back boathouse, right? So given there are a lot of lanes, there's obviously leverage people can get on this map going up top or bottom middle. They cleared out everything by virtue of sound and also taking space. So everything that you want to see in a Call of Duty search and destroy round, particularly on offense, you saw it here.
Yeah.
This is a great strategy and well executed by Carolina.
Allie, Slasher didn't get into that top position until 50 seconds on the clock.
And what's even
they
funnier,
take their time.
What's even funnier is he didn't even get anybody. All he did was feed that information to his team to be like, hey guys, I have made it completely into boathouse size. We don't have to pressure over towards the A site. They make the wrap. It's just the communication was on a different level for the side of Carolina Royal Ravens.
All right, Oracle, tell me how this one plays out. What do we got moving forward?
I think Carolina's still in this series. I'm still rolling with my pick. I think they get it done 3-1.
Vault, Skyline, both going their way. Okay, can you give me a Skyline score? Is it close or blowout?
Well, last time I believe it was a 13-point difference. I think it's going to be a 50-point difference this time.
Wow.
Inside of Carolina.
Cloud9, it's your turn. Let's go back and forth all the way to a game 5. Miles and Chance, take it away.
Thank you very much. Back and forth to game 5 sounds about right today. We got the best of the best. We're doing fantastic as far as this. Oh, I got it, Chris. I got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. And so do you have it, CDL fans, because we're going into a Vault Control. Surprised to no one, but the chance this should be a banger.
Looking forward to it. And if you're looking at the old control stats as well, 48 players we have in the league, and Sib has the 50th overall KD in the game mode. So he's shamelessly snaking. We saw it on the map 1. Maybe that'll be the big difference maker here on Vault. Plenty of head glitches where you can do it. Plenty of stairs he can lay down into. If that's what it's going to be, we'll see how things develop, but certainly a player that struggled in the first 2 weeks. An elite caliber player, yet to show off the goods, but we saw good form earlier on.
We sure did, folks. So far, not ideal record for C9 when it comes to control, but there's lots of time to turn that around, and it might be this series indeed. But for the Ravens, they'll be happy sitting at both third in attack and defensive win rate. And it is just this map. It has not really been, not a lot of Hacienda, not a lot of Protocol. It has very much been Vault. Eyes there on C9 as they approach the point. They'll be the team attacking first.
They're just going straight from the left side of the map control. Try to get the hallways. TJ, though, gonna take it from you. Great concussion, so the tack usage on point. Attach might show up in the feed with a grenade, but Attach right now, sort of the only man up for the squad, but doing his job, at least turning heads, and that's enough to catch Vivid off guard and get him killed. So a little bailout moment for C9, but TJ might be there to slam the door shut, picks up a big 2. You got the Carolina players swarming on defense.
Lots of intel there from Slash, and I'll pass over to his boys. 2 going right. Peach there for the pick up at the back. Nice work there. Off spawn, right into the fray. Defensively pretty sound. You get one man in the zone for a moment. You know he's gone down low. You know he'll be over by B in a second. And once again, that Slasher out on the wings. I'm going to keep that player at bay, but right now, not ideal. You've lost a lot, and it's a 3-man stack on A.
So polite from Slasher. Doesn't want to kick open the door and make too much noise. Just makes his presence known and repositions himself. Unfortunately for him, though, every one of his teammates falls and Sib guns him. Nice solid work there to make sure you lock under the flank, and it looks like the final ticks should roll through for C9. The nade, though, softens them up, so you might be able to get them off the point. They're going to do exactly that, so the defense continues. Carolina making it mixy.
Making it real mixy. Krem, though, is the last man up, and he's down and out. Sib now trying to go toe-to-toe with Tej, brings him to his knees, and that could be the capture. Again, time and time again, folks. More of these bang-outs on A. This one's so important. The Ravens trying to stay alive. 3 dead. Last man, Krem. This could be the map.
That's beautiful work, and honestly, I like the nades coming through as well. They got the close ones to land on the zone rather than the deep mid toss of Carolina. I mean, doing their homework, and A+ for the moment, but you gotta finish the round. That B zone has been opened, so Mac is gonna be stopping the clock to buy his teammates some time, but TJ, he wants the time for himself. Kills getting lined up, players getting gunned down. Carolina, so clean on defense. That was an absolute stampede.
Yeah, that was nearly uncontested. Vivid seemingly picking up like 3 kills without being on the minimap there. Really, really well done by the Ravens. An absolute monster, if you will.
And I just wonder if Vivid feels at home when he picks up a Jackal and he goes, I can fly again. Like, let me off the leash, please. Let me go on a tear. And you can see his shot is elite as well. We had a few years where we were able to keep track of like accuracy stats, and Vivid was always towards the top of that leaderboard. Granted, plenty of players go for wall bangs, use excess bullets, so it's not a perfect stat, but nonetheless, an elite shot from Vivid and a elite round as well. Carolina, super solid on that defense.
Celium's incredibly low accuracy.
It's true,
mostly because he spent games shooting birdies. That's how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, folks, here we go. Back at it. Ravens into the point ASAP. Oh, not missed a single beat, have we, Vivid? That's 7 in a row. Gwyn's got top covered. Eyes up. Nades are there as well. You are in trouble, Krem. This is a lovely bit of work. Halfway through A.
And keep in mind for the zone capture as well. Vivid might get a cruise missile off of this, so TJ is on a 4 spree as the front man. getting close to the cruise. That kill, wow, if you got the kill, it would have been closer. Needs to win a couple extra. And again, he wants to get the capture, desperate to stay alive. And he does get taken down, but still good progress on this A zone, and a 3 make it 4 life lead for Carolina. And you trade this player out, well, you would have gotten the zone, but attached there to take it from you. The defense still holds.
Look at that Jekyll shot. Finds a couple. And they managed to save A for now. Oh, Gwyn, you lucky boy. Takes care of attach. Krem's out now as well. 2 dead. 1 player's on B, and we're looking towards the A love as well. No, maybe not. Nice wins there. As Mac makes the middle of the map his, Raven's going to double back and finish the A work.
Yeah, you see they chalked it up and repositioned for it, sort of toyed with the idea of that B zone play, but now you need to make sure you're actually successful on winning the round. Gwyn has been waiting for a kill to fall into his lap, but has to jump up to actually make it happen. And in the meantime, Attach is just taking position enough to get these trades to roll through. And once again, 2 ticks of progress getting made. The team on offense may be getting a bit too squirrely. And you gotta go back and finish the job, but they're struggling, and C9 is delivering.
They're doing a fantastic job holding this all together, despite the calamity. Deep breath, boys. Together as one. You've still got a chance to hit this. Perfect nade there from Mac. Middle of the map now, blast wide open. Attach! What a 2-piece! That's going to be it. Surely not. Are we able to get a couple of kills here? No. C9. Defensive masterclass. They've got all bases covered. What a fantastic round.
Yeah, huge kills coming through as well. I think Carolina maybe got a little bit too ahead of themselves. And if you win that one gunfight in back art, I can't remember who fell, but I know Civ is the guy that picked up the kill. If he doesn't win that one, things could have spiraled out of control in Carolina. Maybe pull off an offensive round win, but as soon as you lose it, end up stuck in no man's land on that side of the map. Some small missteps on the objective. And all tied up on a few fronts. I believe the ticks are tied as well. I think. Don't quote me.
No, I'm not quite nothing bit. And it's always a spicy game of Vault, ain't it? Vivid's having one of those maps where every kill just seems to go your way. And we go once again. Now, folks, don't forget the scoreboard is not reflecting accurately. So right now, look at the player icons low right. That is an accurate representation of the stats. And that is an ideal opener there. Krem, he gets in, he's in, and he's got teammates here to stack. So there's the forward push. You set up a new front line, and you get a player on the point.
And already forcing those distance spawns, which Carolina, they want to eliminate this threat immediately. 3 players had him dialed it in. No funny business. If there's a player in art, he needs to die. And that is efficient work from the Ravens to sort of clean house, get that map position back, and no ticks have rolled through. That's a cheeky B hit idea on the attack, but no dice and no dice there. Civ, light work for Teach.
Oh, Mac and Krem, light work for Teach. He's on 7 HP, and he somehow walked away with a pair.
6 more than he needs, Miles. TJ, an unstoppable force, and now Vivid ironed up. He gets the middle of the map, and he disappears. Sid shooting nukes out of that air.
I take it all back. I was like, yeah, man, Vivid's having one of those games, man. Negative. Simp right in there. Big kills though from the Ravens now, putting on the cutoffs. Mac, good read. 3 dead straight away onto the A zone. 22 seconds paused. With enough bodies on the point, this could be a cap. Can they survive the onslaught? Mac says, yes, please. Not a multiple man stack just yet, but you're getting it done slowly.
I gotta say, I appreciate Vivid as well. Accidentally goes prone into a stair glitch, but he's someone worthy of respect, so he gets out of it, ends up costing him his life, but we play on. 20 seconds on the game clock, ticks of progress rolling through. C9 adds the extra kills, but now for a 1v1 in Gwyn. Last man standing clears him off the point. Desperation effort now for C9.
And Mac makes something happen. He's going for the full flank, waiting for his boys as well. Slasher's not let this happen. Oh my word, Vivid nearly gets it. Mac with 2. What a play, but nobody home. Ravens take the lead.
I wish I was feeling like Teach. Best play, almost assuredly going to go to him. That 3-piece towards the middle of the map, the absolute tone setter in that round. Here's a second look. A snap of reaction time. I think the call out might have helped them, and then it is just pure gunning after the fact. That is all 4 players on C9 shooting at him at one point. Attach even from the outskirts of the map. Got a tag in, but DJ, when he's on, he is on. And he was on point. And map number 1, that first respawn, he has continued his path to destruction here on Vault Control.
Well, C9 chance to bounce back now. We've seen good looks out of them. The defensive round first time was pretty good, close enough on the attack, but a slight lead here in the segment department in the tick side of things. Here we go.
Just a wild looking minimap. Yeah, patience coming out of Gwen. Him and TJ working together to control the hallway or catwalk, depending on your comm preference. And, well, the comms pay off. Vivid even showing up with the feed. That is nearly every man gone. No 2-piece for attach this time. He's the last man to fall, and this is great progress rolling through. Carolina already tied up on the Ticks front, and, I mean, they get one more. They've locked up defense for the final round, and that's only if we get there.
How's Teach getting these kills, man? Nice work out of Slasher, pick up the final 2. Second segment long gone. Defense secured for the Ravens. There we go. 5 spree from Slasher, doing most of this from within the zone, which is now gone. See if you can't net any more points here. Looking towards the Hellstorm will get very handy when it comes to this map.
And Miles, I'll be honest, you're saying, how is TJ getting these kills? I'm thinking, how is anybody killing TJ? 23 kills already, dominant in the lobby, and now he's the bailout trying to get his team out of spawn. Leading charge as well, and Mac out here throwing haymakers to try to deal with them. Smooth moves of attach, but into the pre-aim at TJ, making it look easy.
He's looking so smooth out there, man. Buttery soft. Oh, wow. Come on, Teach. His range, if it's up close, it doesn't matter. On the slide, off the dive. Ow. Yeah, what was that? Sim gets 2. Oh, my goodness. Well, that was a sign of life from C9. You really wanted that.
I'm going back to this, by the way. I think it's worth your time and effort on offense to just chuck some nades down,
Yes.
even off the opening break, and just blow up that van from the jump so you don't have to worry about it at all. But right now what C9 have to worry about is their life count. 12 is certainly a good chunk with only minute 10 on the game clock, but need to make sure you keep Carolina off the zone. You do not want them to stop the clock because the kills still flowing their way.
Well, at this point in time, C9 have got a couple of players making it up the B Street. Teach wins another one in the middle of the map, so now you're getting ever closer to the point. Max still keeping it together. 50 seconds to go. Life count starting to get low.
And a scattered minimap as well. A lot of pressure on the C9 boys in this moment, but great awareness there. Out of Sib, finds a pick towards the middle of the map. You got Slasher maybe thinking about taking routes, and as soon as he does it, Attach actually picks it up. So C9 do have all the information, but still a mixy moment. You got TJ getting near the zone, and you got to worry about this arc control. Attach, though, wins the big one. Now you just have to stop Teach.
Teach, that's where it's so easy. Oh, what a shot.
Oh my
He catches
God.
out the damage, doesn't get the kill. The last few lives now remaining in 10 seconds on this one. Ravens flying forward, hoping for something, or a tag or two into the backer. Mac is one thing. Attached now makes his way out through the threshold. Final 5. Viv has got to be the man to get on the point. If he drops here, that's the round. If he gets a kill, it's anyone's game, and that could be it. Ravens are out of lives, and now round 5.
Yeah, solid defensive hold, guns getting warm, and you can see C9 super heads up in the comms and gameplay department as well, catching players when they're trying to take routes. Great sense of the timings on the map. An overall solid round on defense. However, Carolina did more than enough on the objective front to secure the defense for the final round. And it's about a 65-35 split favoring the defensive end, so Carolina in a bit more of a comfortable spot, but make no mistake, you have that one moment on an attacking round and you can absolutely make something happen. So C9 going to come out with a bit of ferocity for this round 5.
Whoa, I saw a little look there from Teach. He's mean. He's so mean, so dangerous. I think it's going to be an incredibly important map in the series. Huge difference maker. That trophy worth its weight in gold right now. Up top, Kremp. Huge damage. Brings down Tej, but man, that was a tough fight. Here we go. Back and forth. The white and blue. As our checkered kill feed now comes to a bit of a close. You've got at least a few players now. 4C9 on the A zone. First segment gone. Mac trying to keep the line held. Does just that. Tej brings him down. Here we go. A couple more players over the top side. Sib trying to get involved.
And it was such a good opening break, and they got a couple extra kills, but still only 1 tick of progress. So not really able to set up a stack, and even then, getting a couple more kills, and this time they got the double stack rolling through. This is your moment to actually secure this A zone, but they're hopping off it because they're concerned about the pressure, and maybe they should be. They get wiped off the board. And now you got players crawling in your spawn, attached, waiting for a kill to fall into his lap, but it's Gwyn that gives him the hands. Bullets to the face, and C9 back to their spawn.
Whoa, what a moment. Less than a minute. Big wins from Sib on the catwalk. Staying alive in every possible angle. Gwyn still keeping the front door incredibly safe. Keeps them guessing. Slasher on the trades in mid. Last man up is going to be attached, and Teacher's got him.
That's crazy. Sib gets the 2 kills. No one for Carolina even turns like to care. Not worried about the flank at all, and they just keep their guns forward, and that was a right read in the right moment. 22 seconds on the game clock. If you're Carolina, you absolutely fight to keep them off this A zone.
Oh, they're doing just that. Tej still keeping that backside safe, and it's down to attach. He's going to make himself known in a moment. Can Gwyn read it? He's got him. He's got the kill as well. That might be it for the Ravens. Last chance. Last bit of heroics now. You've got to make something happen, C9. Vivid's still on the back. Takes care of 1. Over to the B zone immediately. An immediate read, and Vivid's down. Max keep the game.
Can he be the hero? Sib gets a kill as well. That's the duo. Make it happen, and Matt continues to be the guy. He at least bought you the A zone. He is your lifeline right now for C9. Their opportunity is still here.
All the winds of chaos are blowing right now. Mac at the helm. Sib now pushing forward. A couple of kills goes his way. Is Vivid going to go drop? Oh my word, what a win from Kremp. You keep that front line safe and sound onto the B zone. The trucks have gone and no one's died.
Look at that kill feed, though. That is that Carolina blue showing up in spades. Attach gets dealt with, and you're back to your spawn, and you do not have the lives. C9, they got to play this like a round of S&D, just about. You don't want to play for trades. You need to get these kills, and you got to get them all at once.
Just don't, man. He's looking for any of these red dots. He's found a couple. The big pinch. Another player through the middle of the map is going to be the last man here for C9 to make something happen. And Vivid, as accurate as ever, brings them down. Sib now fighting tooth and nail to fight their way forward. The last 2 members of C9. Can they make something happen? Or is it going to be TJ? There he goes into the feed. The last man. And what a battle this has been on Vault. The last chance. And to the last man, both teams fighting their hearts out. Ravens take the lead.
Yeah, tip it to Tej, man. That is a 40 bomb from the kid. And of course, in Call of Duty world, he's an old man at this point, but I stand by it. It seems like he has leveled up his gameplay. Maybe trying to reach that final form. Whatever he has done from, I mean, even last year, he was looking super solid. So he has just really sort of come together and found his own. Whether that's the dynamic of the squad, maybe the new duo he's found in Gwyn. Whatever the case may be, he has been successful, and Carolina has been successful as well in this series. 2-1 lead, and if not for Sib Snakes, could have been a 3-0, but you got to do what you got to do to stay in it. We're at least going to see a map 4, but looking at the scoreboard, you just got to feel like Tej. 40 bomb with 4,100 damage, so clean, and on the offensive end especially, dropping 16 with 8 of those on the objective. That is the difference maker that gets you the defense on the round 5. Credit where credit is due. Him and Vivid were shooting.
What a map. A long one there on Vault. And the lead now for the Ravens here in round 2 of Minor 1. And Cloud9, man, I mean, so many good moments, so many insane plays, but just couldn't account for that little extra that we got out of the Ravens. And that was the difference maker. Piece after piece after piece, man. I mean, Attach was having a game for himself. We saw a lot of sub action from him. I think the biggest thing for me now, chances, Mac's been a little quiet compared to the Demon we saw yesterday. He was somewhat exercised. Kremp's having a play or 2 here, but it just seems to be a tiny, tiny bit of a misstep here from C9 at times. And the Ravens are absolutely punishing in that regard. But regardless, mate, we're going to go to another hardpoint now, and this could be anyone's game. The first hardpoint was such a banger on Hacienda. Oh, we could still be looking at a game 5.
And, you know, one of the best things that C9 was able to do is just ban the protocol hardpoint against Carolina, because what we saw in the first 2 qualifying stages is that Carolina is destructive on that map. So at the very least, we are going to get a different look, but I'd say if you take out one of their best, you're feeling halfway decent about your chances to see a map 5. And I don't want to take too much away from Mac or discredit him at all, because he absolutely was making some hero plays on the map. I think right now for Cloud9 New York, like control, especially vault control, just a struggle point. Like, they're good, they can fight, but something is just a little bit off that they haven't quite cracked that code. But maybe it's just some unlucky moments, maybe just a little bit more work that needs to be put in. But either way, that's it for the third game mode that we have on the map number 4, Skyline. This is gonna be fun.
Oh man, just the way that all of our subs are shooting today, yeah, this is gonna be something, man. Vault S&D, if we have to go to that final map, but for now, 6-2-3-2, the return of the Ravens, the rise of the Ravens here in this series after losing map 1, Skyline. How are we dressing, Chance? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I think it's going to be an absolute sort of bloodbath on the map as well, because C9, while they might be slightly behind in control, they're still absolutely keeping up in the kills column. They had a sort of masterful comeback on the Hacienda, and sort of snake jokes aside, it was well orchestrated efforts from the team. So I think they're playing really good Call of Duty. Even the timings and the picks up they had on the control, like clearly heads up gameplay rolling through, and Civ and Attach have absolutely performed better in the minor than the first 2 weeks. So Skyline is a map that's just going to test you. I know we've seen some highlight reel plays coming out of Slasher, though, that have been unbelievable to watch, him jumping off the top rope. So we know Carolina is going to bring it. It's up to C9 to match that energy.
Energy does seem to be the issue, but it looks like more of an issue for the Ravens, who, I mean, Gwyn looks sweepy. You want a little nap, Gwyn? You okay there, buddy? Air of tension there for the boys. These tournaments are not easy. It is a one and done, so you lose the series, folks, and you are out. You're joining us a little late here, and not your regular season programming. The Ravens have got a lot to live up to after their first few weeks of play before the holiday break. They were incredibly dominant, top of the leaderboards, and with good reason, though. They have been sensational to watch. C9, the exact opposite. A tremendous turnaround here, and it's been their performance in the minor that has shown us that, you know, they're a real contender. If they can bring a dub here on Skyline against the hot Ravens, that game 5, oof, could be anyone's.
48 players in the league, 48th on the old Hardpoint KD as well. The man has struggled, but he's digging deep, doing whatever it takes to try to get his team to a map number 5. An 11-point Hacienda Hardpoint. But Hacienda, the way it plays for Hardpoint, it's pretty structured. P1 can be a little bit of a blender, but outside of that, you got to make those structured plays. Skyline is a different beast entirely. Gonna be fun to watch, see how these players can manage it. A lot of AR players switching to subs at time, and occasionally the subs even switching to ARs. It is a hill-dependent thing. You need the right gun in the right moment. Opening break, though, commences. Slasher right towards the top.
Yeah, right towards time. Tej and Krem spotting each other in the gym there, and it does look like a big win. Look at this, look at this angle. What is this cacophony of chaos? What a view the observers just blessed us with. I mean, that's what Skyline looks like. It is insane.
And Mac's locked in for it. He's ready for the insanity.
Damn!
Pick up, though. Okay, maybe that's why he's got one of the lower KDs. That's an insane gunfight.
Damn.
TJ just gonna shotgun him, but at the very least for C9, you get the left side spawns, which is great news. You have a lead, which is good news. Admittedly, that lead is gonna dissipate just a little bit, because 10 seconds of scrap, Carolina more than likely going to take the lead on this approach. Attach a little bit of freedom, try to pick up some kills as the front line push, and Sib is just, wow, yeah, okay, sure, dude.
Vivid. Attach now picking it up, finds himself at least one. He's got to get away, but that stun really hurts. Here comes Gwyn right into the hard point, and he's got no one here to help him just yet, so he has to back on up. What an awkward fight, and he somehow, what was going on? Skyline, it's ridiculous, 3 dead, this is ridiculous. Attach off spawn, straight, Gwyn hasn't even regen his health. So much going on.
Oh, good stun grenade too. Gonna slow him down. It's a double underground route being taken. Kremp and Sib crouched down, ready to try to pounce on P2, and Vivid. Sharks in the water.
Doink. What kind of sharks? Piano hop. Easy one for Mac. Trades again. Absolute mania. Another 3 dead there for C9. They have not been a terribly effective force on trying to break this P2. Ravens happy for this one. Oh dear, but on the rotation, Mac wins a doozy against Vivid. Awkward bit of back and forth again in the kill feed, but you're looking at the rotation right now. It's anyone's kitchen. Attach. What a win.
Master Chef on the time, and that just does not work out at all. You get the hot tub control, you're feeling pretty good about your chances, but Kremp showing up in the feed. Had a bit of a slow start, but he delivers there for 2. Sib does as well, and the most stability C9 has had in this game, and it's the right time to do it on this time, but as Sib gets dealt with, the dominoes begin to fall, and the players spawn out. The most important man on the map falls, and the hill crumbles with it. Carolina back in control.
And TJ looking to cause some discourse here. Does get picked up by Mac. Lovely work off the top of the balcony there over to the other side of pool. Slasher, slow and steady on the inside of the hard point, doesn't get a thing. Vivid here on the cross, doesn't get it either. Beautiful work there from C9 on the approach. Kremp finds himself a pair, and with that, the rotation to do. Can Kremp find any more? Absolutely, my friends. 3 in a row, and the hard point's theirs.
And Gwyn gets dropped as well. It is the chaos of these spawns, right? 2 players from Carolina spawn on one side of that, the other 2 end up spawning out, so Kremp blocks the spawns, crosses that 50-yard line exactly when he needs to, and another moment where I say, C9, excuse me, in control. And we got all the C's, all the blues, we got everything going, just like C9 has the hill time. And this is turning into the Money Hill fashion. Mac pushed out as well. This is where you can finally run the score up.
Oh, he's going to get it as well. Whoa, big damage. Mac, still alive. Wow, what a play. The dive from top AC, it took so much to bring him down. Now finally up to the hard point you go. It is 3 dead. Last man, Krem. Hard point break halfway there for the Ravens.
Yeah, if you didn't already have your seatbelts locked in and secured, go ahead and do that now. It is going to be a blender of a map. It is chaos, and on the mini-map, players getting through, shot in the back, flanks coming up. Who has spawns? I don't know. Who has time? Is it attached Slasher? God only knows. You get the final 10 seconds in the smallest of leads as the hill pops to the new time. Carolina, they'll be there first.
Everybody take a deep breath. Second set of hard points now upon us. Yes, right, folks, we're doing it again until somebody gets to 250. Whew. Top side of the map full of C9 players. They have managed to make this hard point wide open. Here comes the bedroom here. Krem picks up a pair. It looks like Mac dived and hit his head on the pool there and died, but he did not. It was Slash's 5 spree that got the job done. Damn, son, it's endless.
And even Slasher pulling out the Jacqueline moments while picking it up off the ground, mind you, but no trophies in time and no face left. He gets dealt with. And now you got a route coming through from Teach. So Teach is starting to work the spawns as well, but he does get traded out. So C9 keeping things under control, but obviously a hyper close game.
Yeah, you think the gameplay's crazy? Let's go for a listening with Cloud9 New York.
I'm trying to hold up. They could go rat. Low key. Yeah, rat up. One minute. I'm trying to help you from fucking rat.
You on me?
Machine Gwen, I think you went right. Yeah, go start. Bar, going right.
Yeah, we're floating.
Spawn down. Go bar, come bar.
Yeah, let's get tree.
We're getting to you.
Bottom bed Teach.
We're getting to you.
Yo, hot tub Teach.
Hot tub one, Jim.
Let's double slide dark. I spawned
on the back side. Lamar spot.
I'm nading on Lamar spot. I'm out
Lamar spot 2, Mac.
Dead. I'm waiting for dark. I'm dead. Nice, guys. Back door. Last guy, back door. Back door, I don't really. Heal down, tree chip. In the back, dead. Front door. Three dummies.
I'm trying to top mid, one shot dead.
I'm only piano.
Top mid, Vivid.
I have a front door. I got it. Reese coming front door. Reese is not in. Front door.
One shot. Could be right.
Could be white. Yo, blow me up. I'm making it. Low white.
Nice, guys.
Hot to maybe?
Yeah, no,
Jim, nice, guys. I'm going down. Putting me fast. No, it was slow.
Guarantee this time.
Yeah, there's only one. I was the only one out. One's going Jim or new?
I read Jim.
I'm looking for this guy.
I don't see Jim. He went
Two now.
You.
I'm going.
He's someone bump me up time after this. I will. Go back.
Yep. Take your time here. Set. Let me see you guys over here.
I'm gonna get him over you mid.
Heard you.
Okay, one there top stone.
I'm
playing stuff front.
I'll take hot tub. Yeah, hitting piano. Just hit piano.
Yeah, piano on me.
I'm inside. All new dead.
Piano dead.
Nice.
Stone out of the
Yeah, I'm dropping.
TV's dead. Nice. All TVs, all their sides.
I won't
get focus front.
They're all going to be hit.
Focus front. I'm on
deep right. I'm chair.
I'm
laying down in there. I'm laying down in there.
I'm on TVs. He's hard stun TVs. Hard stun. Wins. One shot top. Dead top mid. It could be small.
One salt.
I read small.
Outer.
One shot outer.
Dead.
Nice. Good job.
Or small. Nice. I'm staying outside.
Turn right.
I'm pushing through.
One bed.
No. Grill mid.
Heard you.
One's behind you.
Behind me.
We spawned piano.
Wait, I'm wrapping around. I'm going top mid. I'm going top mid.
He's outer and top
I'll drop small. I'll drop small then.
Outer and top stone.
Barty. I'm looking.
Top
I'm
stone.
looking.
Small to time dead.
Time is dead.
Nice. Last guy top stone.
Let's go.
Top piano. Head
I'm looking. Go. I'm looking. First guy's going to plat or bottom bed. Turn around. I'm looking over you. He's gonna be somewhere. He's here.
I don't see any
Got these spots. I'm gonna stay.
TJ, one shot you.
I've left.
I'm just getting a shower you.
Top zone. One shot top zone.
I recalled it. I'll left.
There's 2 left.
And Skyline is just the map that is a marathon that you are forced to sprint. It is exhausting, and you can see C9 bringing the energy. They have the lead as well, and they're bringing the fight to the time. But Carolina also have that dog in them. The chaos continues.
Oh, it's just endless, man. We got Tejan here for a moment. One player by grass. Bottom bedroom shenanigans, and it's Gwyn. Oh, Slasher staying alive, trying to bait Mac out for a moment. All this is by time for the pitch to pick up, and that's Teach here. You got to keep going. There is no time to breathe. You have to keep sending it. Teach winning a couple. It's 3 from inside the point.
Yeah, good spree, good time to collect. Can't quite get number 4th, but it should be easy trades for Vivid. Still worried about the back spawns because that is just how difficult they can be read. Mixy in these moments, but all is well that ends well. And just like the first set of rotations, we go into new time and it is effectively tied up. This has been a battle. These players must be exhausted.
So, sleepy boys. Well, lead change once again. C9 are back in it. Back over to P1 we go. 3rd time round. Teach took a tag or 2 on the way up there, but this is absolutely what you want. Seriously difficult player to deal with. Enough to buy his boys some space to get on the point. Watch out for Mac, though. He'll be in contention in a moment for that. The Slasher gets himself a trophy down for a second, wins a couple of fights, and that's a bit of time now, and another lead change for the Ravens.
Yeah, I love that like little look from Teach too. It's like the insanity of this map design of like they track Teach, knew he hit the rope, but you just don't know what direction you go after that. It's so difficult to lock down, and look at the spawns rolling through as well. All of a sudden, Carolina have one player spawn on the left side of the map just because Civ spawned out on the right, so you have the early advantage on P2 going to Carolina, but still, 15 seconds of scrap is honestly a good chunk of time. At least it certainly feels like it with how close this game has been.
Absolutely. It will come down to scrap. This is going to be a close finish regardless of the game clock. Ooh, Slasher. Lovely shots at range. Brilliant second. Over 200 points we now go. The back line wide open, and it's Mac who's managed to sneak on through. He's infiltrated the rear. Can he win this one?
Nice
he can.
win.
That's huge. Mac stays alive. Front line now starting to encroach upon the Ravens.
Getting that second kill was everything just to open up the floodgates. Slasher, though, on a 5 spree, but in the meantime, still effectively fighting from the back. And Slasher, he's taking routes to make this happen. There's number 6, but C9 has collected a good chunk of this time. So as good as the hill starts, C9 get most of it. And then TJ, last man standing, not enough to get it done. C9 can still technically win it here. So Carolina, I mean, they're going to flood. They will absolutely be able to contest, but it's just going to be a battle on this new time. It is anybody's game.
Anyone's game still, and these gunfights are so ridiculous. Let's see him trying to hit every single possible pixel he can, and again, an incredibly close hard point. Over towards New. Slasher wins it for now, but you are going to be looking at the full might of C9, trying to descend upon this kitchen, trying to grab the final 10.
And you just got to settle down, play for kills. You're not in a hurry. You just need this one break, get everybody positioned, and then you go.
You've done it plenty of times before, but so far it's starting to get a little bit nervous. Holding this down very well indeed. You start to find the kills. You pull the player off a point. Attach gets a 3. That was ridiculous. How did that happen? Is he going to be able to find a few more? Maybe. Slasher at range. Enough to get C9 on the inside. 5 seconds for the win. Here comes the last flight of the Ravens here on Skyline. And that is 3 down. Last man gone. Game 5.
And tell me Dylan Attach just did not call game. A 3-piece out of nowhere to open the map up. Untradeable in that grill corner. C9 fighting in these hard points, and that map again is an absolute marathon. It takes you to the limits, and we only get a small break before we queue up for a map 5, but that has been the theme of the day. We're going the distance. We are going for speed. Who's going to be crowned the winner in advance in this minor tournament? The king of the blue teams.
Well, folks, an unbelievable stat line there from Sid. That 4,300 damage. Beautiful work all around. dripping with passion this matchup was, and another incredibly close hard point between the Ravens and C9. We forget all about that though, folks. We got ourselves a Game 5 on Vault. Another Game 5 today as the upper echelons of our teams here in Minor 1 go toe to toe. After that P4 in the second set, there was no looking back, man. C9 just took flight.
And just that like 2-hill stretch on the second set of rotations where they just built up that 50-point lead. Granted, it got Mixie a full 60, got Carolina right back into it, but it is just a map where you just need those sequences. You need to find that little something extra to get that success. But as you pointed out, the past is the past. The future is a Vault S&D. It is an absolute bang out of an S&D map as well. So it's going to be fun. Two teams getting after it. A lot of great S&D players in this lobby. And again, king of the blue teams, the crown, the extra 10 CDL points you will get, and the opportunity to play for 20 grand at the end. Fun day of Call of Duty we've had so far.
And it's not over yet, folks. Quick commercial break on the other side of it. Conclusion to this series, Game 5. Don't go too far. We'll be right back.
Upgrade your game with the SCUF, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Esports World Cup is an official partner of the Call of Duty League.
We're good.
Take it on the chin. Get ready for the next round.
Wow. Okay. Well, something to note. Never f***ing dive off that ever again.
Search and destroy.
Wow. Okay.
With another nice shots from Dashy, though. Some bad timing. He is going to find him. It's just Kleenex scrambling, trying to get around, drops in between. Dashy with all four and the defuse. Talk about the ice. Did he get it? It was very close. I don't. Oh, he doesn't get it. I thought he had it. I think there's a miscomm there. There's a miscomm.
We saw a 3-piece and a half. Attach was pissing lead from the barbecue as his teammates broke the point, locked this one down. and force yet another Game 5 on this -1 round 2 bang out day. And what do you know, folks? It's another vault. It's going to be surely a delight.
That Attach is bringing the energy right now. He's old by Call of Duty standards, but he is 28 in the prime of his life. Hasn't aged a day in the past 10 years. He's only grown a little bit of facial hair. Incredibly nice kid. Maybe unfortunate that has a snake on his team, but he's been doing fantastic.
That's no kid, that's a man.
Very
that's
true,
a man,
but like,
baby.
He's just 18 in my mind.
Yeah, some people just stay that age forever for you, don't they? It's funny. Awesome indeed, folks. Here we go. Final map. Winner advances the tournament. Loser plays no more this weekend. Goes away with no points, no cash, nothing. Here we go. How are we feeling about this one, Chance? Which way are we leaning? It's an obvious one to call the Ravens, but I wonder if that momentum, if that sort of spirit of C9 is something to not count out here.
I'll take it on the record. I'm a C9 believer for them to perform a lot better than they have been. But this is a square up on the down low section map. Pacific Get actually popping off with the Jackal to get the first blood, but a 3v3 and a mixy looking mini map. And Attach wins the big one. You lock down your spawn, no flanks rolling through. And this is frankly a setup that is going to be tricky for the final 2 Carolina players to try to sniff out and break down.
You got to contend with Crown first. Problem number 1.
On him down.
Become problem number done. Vivid's got to go tremendous here. That's a nice opening round from C9.
That's huge as well. If you end up getting that kill on the slide out towards pool, maybe Attach isn't able to clutch that 1v2 in the end, but with the bomb location, I think Attach, well, he's just going to be in his bag. Nice trades in the moment, and he wins the biggest gunfight as well in the back of his spawn. So Attach bringing the energy and his reads on point. Cloud9 New York, strike first.
Round 2. Nobody home just yet. T's gonna get the fast plant in. Everything falling to plan so far. No fast plant. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, they left the pool side open for a moment. You're just trying to catch that info because Vivid wasn't looking over. They left it open and TJ was concerned about it. You full commit, but you leave an opening on the map. C9 sniff it out, and a play like that, you should just win the round.
They cut the entire team in half. Oh my word, what a moment. And now plenty of time for Sib to pick up his 3rd on the round. Disgusting work out of C9.
And I don't know if that's like an overcommitment on the homework just to leave that entire... I mean, it's the most important section of the map outside of where the bomb is. And I mean, Carolina more or less is hard committed to ignoring it. And I don't know if that's C9 just typically on their rounds, not dealing with that pressure, or maybe just trusting the players down low. But 2 SMG players just get left out to dry. A painful moment there for Carolina.
They play that push, though, to absolute perfection on the time. It did look like everyone there from the Ravens was set up perfectly to handle that push, but my word. We want to be looking back upon stock standard stuff once again in on the A side. How are you going to counterattack this one for the Ravens? And so far, not very well at all. Crimp finds a 2-piece, and that might be your ass here in the round.
Yeah, this is huge. Just another round where you might have an absolute guarantee. Vivid and Slash are trying to work together, but even if these were the 2 most clutch players in the league, they both have ARs in their hands. Maybe Vivid can swap things up, but you're running out of time. You no longer have Slasher. And this is just impossible to break. Another perfect round coming out of Cloud9. They could do no wrong on Vault.
Look how animated Crimp is. He is completely sprung to life after a couple of ridiculous kills. There's 3 on the round for him here, and the first 2, I mean, that absolutely was the death blow. I'm more than anything just excited to see what C9 brings to the next round. So far, it's been absolute perfection. The Ravens have been stunned.
And we heard it last year on the LA Thieves squad of Kremp's teammates saying he will absolutely be a shot caller in S&D. You can see Motor Mouth, and that's exactly why, calling out the RC card, telling you what setup he wants to have. Mac, maybe just setting up, waiting to pounce if he gets some intel for a freebie kill. But in the meantime, this is bombed down, so a mixing moment, and Vivid doesn't survive.
He doesn't survive at all. Trades are going to help out in a big way. You're going to see Kremp get into the fight a little bit later on. Whoa, wins there from Gwyn. Can he get 3? Staying alive for as long as possible. 2v2 with less than 30 seconds on the clock.
And once again, TJ just doesn't have the help on the outskirts. He's just gonna get isolated again. He can't get an AR player to help him out, but he can run fast enough to get away. Attach hops the bomb. TJ, though, long-time vet, he's checking it. They're getting him off, and Carolina get on the board.
You're right, just waiting for that reinforcements to arrive. He needed the pinch. He could not take 2 players head-to-head. Slow there on the retake, and a very successful usage of the RC card chance. I mean, at a place like that, out here by Palms, Vivid didn't stand a chance.
I also can't get over the red solo cups. From what I understand, Miles, it's like a uniquely American thing.
Yes, it is. The red solo does not make it across the pond. We've seen it in the movies. Looks like we might be having this might be a technical pause. There has been a scan and repair, folks. It might be Mac. He was the player to stand up quickly. Scan and repair is going to slow things down in a big way here, and for the Ravens, that might be a blessing or a curse. Not necessarily a terrible thing. You're kind of getting iced a little bit, but that might be a good thing just to sort of take pause, recap, because this is the final map in the series, the final map in your tournament. If it doesn't go your way.
And reset is never fun. We got the word that it was Vivid that ended up getting dropped out of the lobby. So unfortunate when you get a round win that sort of gets stuffed just a little bit, but even though on the East Coast we're getting to the wee hours of the night, obviously we know TJ is an insomniac, beloved of the brand. So these guys are fully prepared to play this late. And Attach, I mean, maybe just working on his skincare routine, because by God, he always looks good.
Came back like rubbing his cheeks. That would have been really funny. Back to Vivid's PC. It looks like he has made it back into the lobby, no problem. So we should be good to go momentarily. A short break. We'll find out if it was a decisive one. Not as much communication across the top side for the Ravens. Much more comms here from NY. C9.
Oh, yeah. I understand what you're saying about Vivid standing still for the RC car. That was weird. That was probably what was going on. Is that what you meant earlier?
Oh, no, I mean, he just got smoked. I think he was actually firing his gun at the time, but that could have also been a bug. I would have to rewind that moment, but it is possible that that's why the RC car took care of him.
Because he didn't seem interested. He was just prepared for that explosion, I suppose. But either way, Carolina certainly did get that round win, and nothing too crazy so far happened in this game. Super standard on just like the attack and the A bomb side, get it down. Maybe the only sort of funny business we saw is just Carolina completely leaving open the pool side of the map. And I mean, Cloud9 quite literally jumped all over it. And so far, the biggest difference maker we have seen for Cloud9 to be able to get that advantage, but everybody staying focused up. TJ and Gwyn checking their phones. That's the synergy you're looking for on one end, while the comms continue to flow for C9. Very conversational. I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Ravens, not so much. We have had to reset the lobby. There's been an issue with getting Vivid in there, so quickly moving this along, folks. It will be 3-1 once we get back into things. And again, between these two teams, playing for a spot against Optic Texas, and for some of those coveted CDO points. No cash unless you win Minor 1. Bottom side of the bracket, we're still yet to see the LA Thieves take on Atlanta FaZe. They're playing for a spot against Minnesota Rocker, to the surprise of nearly everyone except for Nameless. But that is going to be a little bit later on today.
Yeah, that Game 5 ice goes crazy. The dominant purple team in the end, but that might have been the craziest series of the day, to be perfectly honest. I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, a ton of Game 5s, a lot of teams going toe-to-toe, but just the fact that Ultra were just a cruise missile away from winning a 3-0, and instead Minnesota Rocker just continued that little bit of mini magic going on. But that's king of the purple teams. We've got the king of the green teams. Now we're just looking for the king of the blue.
King of the blue teams, King of the red coming up in a moment. I mean, it's royalty today. It's a very regal Saturday here in the Call of Duty world. But yeah, we're almost ready to get back into this one, folks. The lobby has been rebuilt and the players are populating their rightful places in it. But yeah, very, very exciting start here from C9 Chance. I think their timings have been great and they've been playing this very, very aggressively. Really, really confident gameplay against a team like the Ravens, who beat the snot out of them in the second map. We'll see how things go, though, coming up after this break.
And I mean, the stats certainly look horrific on the side of C9 with that .61 team KD in the map number 5. But I still think that, you know, I'm putting my faith in the C9 squad. I think they're going to be an absolute formidable force. Just a tough first 2 weeks for them, but they've shown some fight today. They showed some fight yesterday as well. And I think this is going to be a very strong team all year long. And of course, though, on the flip side, Carolina doesn't really get much better than that in terms of winning the map 5. That's dominant fashion. 80% on the first blood rate is out of control. Honestly, kind of funny. Well, yeah, actually, they played against each other. That's what happened. This is the game 5. That's why the stats mirror themselves so perfectly.
That's so perfect, isn't it? Is that not so perfect? Good stuff, though, again, out of the Ravens. First time they met in a game 5, it was a victory, but once we roll the dice once more time, it seldom lands the same way. C9 again, motor mouths. Not a single word has passed the lips of the Ravens. Not a single word, Chance.
And then Brian Saint just looming in the background, the overseer by the shoulder of Gwen.
The ghost of Brian Saint haunts the halls of the Ravens compound. Yeah, not a single word, man.
And then meanwhile, I mean, how many strats could Cloud9 possibly break it down? Every time we go to attach, it's like he's like reading the Call of Duty Bible to his teammates of like, here's every possible contingency plan we're ever gonna need for a Vault S&D. So if they're not prepared, I don't know who's gonna be in attach. Obviously, maybe man of the hour, the hero in the final moments of the Skyline, and routine always on point.
The whole squad, I mean, yeah, every time we come back to it, Attach is reciting the Codex Cloud9 to the boys. I think Mac just hit his vape, and not a single word. Oh, here we go. No, Gwyn, it was a cough. All right, Slasher broke the silence. Here we go, folks. With the calm stoicism of the Ravens pay off. They're down 3-1. With C9 with a distinct advantage here on the reset.
Marcus, Slasher, Aurelius trying to get things done. I never took Latin. Don't judge me. My pronunciation. You know, we're doing the thing.
The thing will be done in a moment. And again, it is 3-1 to the New York Cloud9ers. First time I've said that on broadcast. It won't be the last. I do love it. Here we go. C9 New York looking to close this one out. And what an upset this will be.
Good old Paris Legion memories.
Jeez. Here we go. Max in. And it's a headbutt. And what a headbutt it was. Gwyn comes away with 2. As Krem gets the full regen now, looking to chow this bomb site ASAP, trying not to let any of the momentum go.
And that was the strat. Send the flock down low and get all the Ravens involved. That's going to do some damage. Got to do something off the back of it, but unfortunately, TJ reads attach. I think TJ has been conditioned. If his teammates are not watching pool, he's just going to have to pick it up. So successful in that round, and pretty clean strat call as well. The defensive round you needed. Gwyn there to give you 3.
How fast they moved as well. I mean, Gwyn, I'm surprised he picked up the second kill. The first one was sort of a, you know, hope for the best. Then the second kill was ridiculous, man.
Oh, yeah.
Lightning pace from the Ravens there in their first round after the reset. It's now 3-2.
So many blue eyes as well on Carolina. They're just going all in for the theme.
That's so weird. TJ's the only one with brown eyes.
You get the white dragon too. It's TJ and the blue eyes white dragon.
No way. Here we go.
Shout out Yugi.
Tej with the bomb. Gwyn with the coverage. Oh, and Mac and Sib are in position to drop down through the backside of the bomb site.
Yeah, I was about to say, you swing this bomb over to B. Slasher's taking so much space. You got to be a little bit worried about line, but now Gwyn, get out of dodge. You have the players by pool. Only number 5, Kremp, has made it nearby, but he's standing in between the block. He at least gives you 1. That might be enough for C9 to get back in position.
Mac's now trying to watch this player through side door. He could hit this and get his kill. Worried about the flank as well. A lot of decisions to make here, C9.
And you just can't let this bomb go down. So Attach is going to continuously check, Mac's going to continuously check, and you just got to keep eyes on it. But they might end up giving that up. Number 3, Gwyn has bomb in hand, and he's going to get the plant. Not the best spot. Like, Slasher's not going to be able to get contact on it from up top, but obviously Slasher can see everything else, but it's a 2v3 with the bomb down. We'll see if the Ravens can deliver.
Oh, Gwyn could go huge here. He's just slipped the timing perfectly past Mac. Hello. Man, what a win. Stays alive. Attach is going to make it a 1v2, and now... Oh, wow, the damage dealt. Who's that from downstairs? It's perfect timing from Sib, and on a bomb site that is unbelievably difficult to retake, C9 find a way.
And that's the type of round that honestly might just win you the game. An absolute difference maker. Everything, it was the dream situation for Carolina in that moment. Every single call was perfect, and then Mac just found a way to get through. And I don't know what Slasher was looking at from top art in that moment. Don't know what kind of Call of Duty timing happened, but Kremp just managed to be sneaky enough to get the bomb down and set his team up, and they deliver. Kill the guy even after he plants. Even if you let the bomb go down, you trade out Vivid. And then Slasher, obviously, I mean, he's just forced to make a play. He does not have eyes on that bomb.
Speedy hits towards the A-bomb site once again. And Mac's the man. He's got lotion on the bomb, and he's planting the bomb. Never do that again. Sibs on the back. Mac now backs him up. You're real close to the drop down. This could get very ugly, depending on the angle at which they attack it from. That's what I mean. Gwyn gets involved straight away. Trades are there. Teach immediately picks up the back. He's traded out. Over to Gwyn. Wins his. All down to Sib.
And not even a snowball's chance in hell to win that 1v2. Dies instantly. Kremp and Attach actually put in some serious moves. Slasher had the beat on Attach, running down like outer palms, and Attach still delivers. You're thinking it's a free trade, but Kremp shows up in the feed, but eventually just overwhelming on the trades front, and that is a big round. Bomb planted, 4v4, not a fun spot to be in. And now maybe Sib taking his chance. Feels something in the gameplay, making the call. Trying to see what they want to bring on the defensive end, because they do have a little bit more to think about than before. Carolina, if you're going to leave that sort of B Street open, Slasher has capitalized before, but they're leaving it open again, expecting the A pressure to be coming through, and that call's correct. They're storming down low. TJ gets traded, and now that's bombed down, and Gwyn just a little bit late to get in.
He gets the bomb back at the very least. He's waiting for the call from his teammate that, yeah, no one's actually inside the room with the water in it. They're all at the back end of the corridor. And now in this 3v3, you sort of reset. And look at the spread from the Ravens. Top sides of the map. Both of those lanes wide open, but Attach snipes Vivid out of the play. Huge advantage now for C9.
And Carolina just praying that someone on C9 makes a mistake. Doesn't happen. You go for the bomb plant, and frankly, if you plant this, I mean, you might just seal your fate. Gwyn trying to show off the goods for the 1v3.
Good luck, mate.
They got him.
They got him dead to rights, unless he can do something unbelievable. Sib with the turn in the air with a tap, and it's match point. Cloud9, New York, 1 round away from the unthinkable.
And just a few of these rounds have fell off from Carolina. Just little things sort of going wrong. Maybe the third round, we're just a little bit curious as to what was actually going on, but TJ just gets isolated on the bomb site. He gives you the first blood, but it's instantly traded out, and then you don't have the bomb down. You feel concerned about the space, and the 2 AR players just out of the picture. And I think it was Attach that finds the pick on Vivid as well. That was the little something extra C9 was looking for. Now 1 round away from 10 extra CDL points, continuation in the tournament, and to be the top of the blue teams.
Which is possibly the most coveted of all the prizes. Heavy hits. Grant making some noise, and that's a massive win. Again, squirrely as hell. Sib's running a sub. Gwyn on the... Oh no, he doesn't get it. Gets away with his life though. That's good enough for now. Will he read Attach in the back end? I don't think so.
I think he needed that as well. And look at this B-bomb site, how open and free it's gonna be. Well, that's bombed down, Gwyn. Maybe it comes at a cost. And Slasher finds the pick as well, gets attached, and all of a sudden, Carolina still alive.
The timing is comical, but Gwyn has once again managed to stay alive. How many more lives that cat has, God only knows. But Sib on the hunt now. Good for a moment. Kremp flying solo with bomb 1v2.
Going against Gwyn and Vivid. And I'll be honest, when you hear the comms of who you're playing against, it's so tough to predict these two because Vivid just running an AR this year, radically different style. But either way, able to get the bomb down. And he's planning safe as well. This is so tough to clutch. Kremp is going to have to world star someone to make this happen.
Hey, he's very good at that. Problem,
well,
he might not get the chance.
Yeah, it's done.
He's not going to get the chance to world star anyone. It's now 5-4. Defuse, beautiful work. Heads up move from the Ravens. And that's it, reading the player. Knowing that Kremp's going to go a little bit of a walkabout, hoping for that 1v1 fight. One more round to force the final.
And shout out to Gwyn as well. Just peeking through that door, getting that player off bomb. If that player plants in almost any other spot, I think that's a round for C9, but just ends up getting caught and punished. Carolina desperate in these moments. The flock taking the catwalk.
Oh, they got spotted out. Are they going to jump out the backside? Oh, Gwyn, just look upstairs, mate. Ah, that's a tough gunfight to win. Mac, though, manages to walk away with 11 HP. Attached, suppressed. Can't necessarily get involved. Here comes Tej with the hops. And the Semtex as well slows those players down. Immediately hits the wrap and wins the fight.
Oh, my God.
Last man up, Kremp. How many more world stars can he get? 25 seconds. Now he's in trouble. Round 11.
Dude, TJ's so good. Just unbelievable. Good stun, great reads, the whole thing. Just perfection. That win against Attach might be the one that seals the deal. And in the meantime, by the way, Slasher is also getting picks left and right. Like just wrapping the back P2 side back to his spawn, getting so much information for the squad as well. Two longtime vets making plays. A round 11. I know who the community wants to win this one. It is going to be a battle. 10 CDL points, opportunity to play for 20K. Here we go.
One more round. And it's right back to it. It's a mirror of the previous round. Trophies are in position. The plant will be there momentarily. Kremp, that stun doesn't help, and it's certainly enough to send Gwyn in for the win. The first kill to his name.
Oh,
Slasher
and
joins
the dominoes.
in. It's starting to fall. Back on the retreat towards the B-bomb site. TJ has eyes on that wide cross, but not necessarily on the site. And he may have heard the door. He definitely saw that. Here come the stuns. 3v2. All down to Mac. And his position is not known yet. He could cause some damage here, Chance. Here comes the hit. He has no idea Vivid's above him.
Gwyn's job is just to get the info. Vivid's job is to get the kill.
Is that the info? No.
They lost the info. I don't think they got it.
It's hard to tell. What a snap. Will Gwyn send it? He's got the advantage. He's got the angle. And that should be it, Mac. This is the series. He plants it. And he has a frag. The dead nade. They enter the site. Mac has no idea. Are they going to hit the defuse one more time? We've seen this happen before.
Oh my God.
The hops from Mac. The quick check. But it's a classic. Prone on the bomb site. The Ravens do not fall prey. What an unbelievable series. Cloud9 New York, you brought the goods and you pushed the Ravens to the limit. But commiserations, that is the end of your run here in Minor 1.
And that is an insane comeback from Carolina. Should have snaked in the map 5. Could have helped, but didn't do it. So Carolina have your number in the game 5 again. And that is an incredibly impressive comeback. Glenn was an absolute force in that map pretty consistently, but even the round where he got first blooded, his team was there to pick him up. TJ making plays, Slasher making plays, Carolina delivered. But what a hell of a series that was. Hossie might have been a bit of a blowout, but outside of that, incredibly competitive.